Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dennis from Louis Photography. This is a creator's journey, and today I'm actually testing the R6 recording video. Now I'm not using a gimbal. I'm actually just using the image stabilizer on the lens itself. The reason for that is because the last couple times that I was doing a blog, I noticed that the picture was very shaky and I didn't like that. So today I'm trying something different. I have the image stabilizer off on the camera itself, and then I'm using the stabilizer on the lens itself. Now I'm recording in 30 frames per second, 4K, and I'm also going to use the 16mm RF lens that I was so happy to get because I was going to use it for blogging, and well, the picture was too shaky, so not very happy about that. So the other thing that I am coming up with today is that I have my Comica wireless microphone set connected to the camera, and I didn't check it, but the one of the connectors was the battery's dead. So I'm going to be recording with the GoPro audio. Now I do have a little protector on the GoPro that should block the wind as much as possible, hopefully. And this is what the picture looks like, guys. Manual settings, walking, just hand holding with the image stabilizing on the actual lens, not the camera. These are some little wetlands from, this is the area where they're actually, I think they do they filter the water, making sure that the water is drinkable, and it goes out to the city. So those things over there, hopefully you can see that in the camera. See if I can zoom in here. Right, that area over there, that's where the filtering stations are, and this is where all the water gets filtered, make sure no bad chemicals are in it, you know, things like that. It gets purified and then gets sent out so that the neighborhood here in Everett can have drinking water, same water that everybody uses to shower and, you know, etc. Yeah, so hopefully the picture is in focus because I have it set to where only the middle part of the camera stays in focus. I am recording at 60 frames per second. I'm sorry, shutter speed 60 and 30 frames per second, but I am open at f9 and at 200 ISO. So ISO, you know, if you look at the clouds, that's really what the clouds look like. And I'm noticing that the ground, this is as best as I can get it to what it looks like to my eyes right now. So that's what I'm getting at right there. That's exactly what it looks like out here right now. And you can see some of the wind. Sometimes it becomes calm. Like right now it's kind of calm, but then it'll pick up. Oh, what is that? It's cute little flowers right there. Yeah, so this area is just right off the freeway, and there is a park on that side over there, which is where I was gonna do the blog, but then there is like too many people. It's not too many, but there is like kids playing, and I don't like to record videos where there's kids playing and stuff like that unless I'm recording my kids, and that's different. But I came across on top of the freeway here to this little road, and then there's a little parking stop area right there. Believe it or not, it requires your year pass, your discovery pass. I'm glad I'm still have mine, still active. So yeah, we're just gonna walk here a little bit. So from here on, let me walk a little bit more with this, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead, and once I get to the turn right there, I am gonna go ahead and change it to the image stabilizing on the camera body. And I'm gonna turn off, no, I'm gonna leave on the image stabilizer on the lens. And then I'm gonna switch it off on the lens and then just record with the image stabilizer on the camera and see if we notice any difference on the picture. I can see the picture is kind of you know, bouncy and whatnot. That's because of the way I walk. But for being handheld, it's not too bad. And the audio that you're hearing is from the GoPro. I think is gonna be the best audio because I have a little wind filter thing around it. So hopefully it's good enough. I apologize about that. I should have charged the battery. All right. So we get to the curve over here. And now we're gonna go ahead and change the eyes, the image stabilizer on the camera on. All right, now I am recording at 24 millimeters, and this is image stabilizer on the camera and on the lens. And I'm just walking normal, guys. I am using both of my hands to hold this because the the 24-7, it actually is pretty heavy, and so for me to hold it out that way, it'll become even harder. And I'm trying to get the GoPro not too close to my face. So yeah, let's see how that looks. And because of the way that I walk, I expect some shaking on the picture. But I have a feeling that having the image stabilizer on the camera itself, when the picture shakes, it's probably gonna look bad. You know, I hear a lot of birds over here. And I see a lot of midgets out here as well. All right, so I'm gonna turn off the image stabilizer on the lens only. There you go. Now we have just the image stabilizer on the camera body only, supposedly. I have it off, but I don't know what the camera's doing, so. Now it is image stabilizer. There is one that is enhanced, so that's what I'm going to use next. Here we go. All right, I'm going to try to keep it steady as possible. Yeah. So there you go. That's with enhanced image stabilizer. Walking normal, hand holding. I have it on the Gorilla tripod, and that's about it. There's actually a lot of birds, man. There really are. I don't know if you can tell there on the picture, but I don't know what the names are in English. but I know there's some golondrinas, little birds that look really cute, have like a split tail. I don't know the names in English. All right, there you go. So that's the GoPro up there. It's doing the best that it can to change the coloring to be what it's supposed to look like. The one thing I don't like about the GoPro is that it makes the shadows too dark sometimes when it shouldn't, and it's because it's trying to compensate to the highlights, which I don't care about the highlights, to be honest. And so right here, it's the camera, the R6 with the 24-70, and I'm just kind of really stretching my arm out as far as I can. I think the picture on the R6 looks better, but you guys be the judge. What I'm looking at is, because my hands are shaking and my walking, I am looking at the background. Now my face here shouldn't be a problem. The problem is in the background. Right now I have the image stabilizer off on the lens, it looks like. Yeah. So this is just the camera image stabilizer, right? There you go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the one from the camera, from the lens. And there we go. See what it does to the picture? And honestly, guys, I won't know the difference until I actually get home. So that's my little disclaimer, that I can't see the image because the little viewfinder is so small. It really is just to reference what you're aiming the camera to. All right, so there's that. So you saw the image stabilizer with on the camera, and then the image stabilizer on with the lens image stabilizer as well. Now I'm gonna do one just with the lens image stabilizer, okay? All right, now it's just the lens image stabilizer. And I'll tell you, the reason why I was excited about the GoPro for doing my vlogs is because of the size, right? And then I noticed that there is some shadows issues, and I didn't like that. So I was like, I need to record with my R6, because that way I can control everything, the highlights, I can control the shadows, everything the way that I want to. And if I want to overexpose the highlights like right now it is, then I can do that, But here we go. Let's go ahead and bring down the highlights just a bit. I'm gonna go down to 125 ISO. So my face got darker, right? And then the background, well, you can still see the clouds. And I think that I'd rather have that at 200 ISO than to have the highlights on the sky exposed right. That's cute. These flowers. I didn't come to take pictures today, but that's beautiful, right? That's the GoPro. All right, let me do it with the camera here. Bring the ISO a little bit. Beautiful, huh? Okay. All right, now the ISO is at 320. I think I'll leave it there. All right. Okay, so this is the image stabilizer on the lens by itself. And as I move around and I walk, I'm expecting the background to be like really warpy and moving like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 16mm, and I'm gonna go ahead and record. Now I do have to turn on the image stabilizer on the camera. I'll use the regular one and the enhanced and see which one performs better. And if neither one of those performs better, then I'm gonna have to keep working out to hold this big heavy lens, because well, the 24 at this distance is not too bad. I think it's perfect actually, but I'd rather have a lighter setup, you know, so I can hold it for a long time. So let me go ahead and switch the lens to the 16mm RF. All right, so this is the RF 16mm with enhanced image stabilizer. So I'm going to walk with it, and it looks like with enhanced image stabilizer, it looks like I'm getting like a 24mm you know, view on the viewfinder here, on the screen. What do you call it? Display? Yeah, the screen display. And so again, what I am looking for, oh my gosh, it feels so much better on my arm. I'm looking for the back, you know, to be all wobbly when my arm moves sideways and as I'm walking up and down. So on the screen display, I don't notice it that good, or you know, that bad. It looks perfect to me. Now I know the image, like myself, is gonna show you all my hairs and zits and, you know, boogers and all that stuff. Fine, but it's the background that I don't want it to look so shaky, and so that's what I'm testing at right now. And so, wow, this is so much different. Oh man, I'm telling you, I think that they Canon should have I mean, $300. I think they should have added some image stabilizer on the lens. Even if you add another $100, image stabilizer would have made a big difference. So you don't have to use the image, the camera's image stabilizer. But we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the regular image stabilizer and see how the picture looks. Look how much different the picture looks. Now I'm still looking on the background, right? And if I shake it, move it around, it's the warping that I don't like on it. I can tell on the display, it's so hard. I know myself it's focused, and you see how much more room I have behind me, and that was the purpose. So two things, right? More room behind me for you guys to look at, and then also the lightness for me to hold. Just can't have it both ways with a cheap price. And I think that even for lenses that are wide angle, even if they don't put an image stabilizer, it's a lot heavier. You know, I don't understand what companies need to do to get that right. You know, if GoPros, phones, smartphones, Apple phones, if they can all put really good image stabilizers on the little tiny crappy lens that they have, and I shouldn't clown too much, because even though this lens looks like this big, the actual lens itself, it looks about as big as the one on the iPhone. So there goes that. I do know that the quality of the photos probably won't be as good with this lens. So another disclaimer, I don't have a polarizer on this lens right now. So on the other one I do, so the coloring might be a little bit different. So let me go ahead and snap a few shots with this RF 16, and we'll see what kind of images we can come up with. Something simple, obviously, as I'm looking over there. Just a picture like right here. We'll take the picture and see what it looks like from the camera.